East Coast over the past few months, many people are in need of food, shelter, and other necessities. Christian Torres found out how many Utahns are stepping up to help. Chris, people are literally making life-saving donations.
Yes, they are. Many Utahns are donating blood. The Red Cross's Blood Donor Center Norm is open 6 days a week and sees about 40 people a day who donate blood, platelets, and plasma.
They also hold an average of 13 mobile blood drives a day around the state. Anita Kay, the senior account manager who organizes community blood drives in northern Utah County, says the Red Cross distributes the blood around the country when people are in need.
Whenever a disaster happens, they can't hold blood drives. You can't get to the blood drives. And so recently, when there was all of the hurricanes back east, they canceled about 200 blood drives, but they still have a great need, so that blood has to come from somewhere.
Phlebotomists like Casey Travierso, who work blood drives all over the state, recognize that their work benefits people around the country.
We get emails for work that updates us on what the Red Cross is doing. They let us know what we are doing to help with whatever disaster is happening. They have a lot of injuries down there and they need blood.
Travierso helps donors like Logan Kawai through the donation process. Kawai says he donates blood as a special gift to the people who are in need.
I can just give it freely and I'm fine in a couple of weeks.
Give a little bit of yourself to everyone.
Yeah, get yourself out there.
Literally. The mood in the donation room is upbeat. They have music playing and the staff are passionate about making their donors feel appreciated.
I really like the people part of this. With this, like 45 minutes, an hour, you get to...
Romance.
Exactly.
That's
Our
right.
romance is strong, man.
So, how long have you guys known each other?
What, like half an hour?
Yep.
45 minutes, maybe? We're bros for life.
Kay noted that the Red Cross always takes care of Utah needs first.
If we have a surplus of blood, then we can ship it across state lines to help other people in need.
And of course, the Red Cross is always in need of more donors, especially during this season of natural disasters.
We are constantly right now in a state of please come in and donate blood.
And one of the best parts of donating blood is getting the treats afterwards that bring your sugar levels back up so you don't feel queasy. I tried the mini Oreos. They were great. Back to you.
Thanks, Chris.
One person is dead after a car crash on U.S. Highway 193 this morning. Clearfield police closed U.S. Highway 193 and H Street after a passenger car and an old military surplus vehicle collided. The name of the passenger who is dead has not been released yet. The accident reconstruction team is still at the site of the crash, trying to piece together the details. More than a decade ago, Utah set itself an ambitious goal: end chronic homelessness. Although the population of chronic homelessness has dropped by 91%, it still remains a problem in our state. Berto Sanchez went to talk to the community, the homeless community in downtown Salt Lake City. Berto, what can you tell us?
There are a lot of misconceptions about this community, and all they're asking is to not judge a book by its cover.
Salt Lake City is home to approximately 194,000 people. And just like any other urban area, it faces a crisis of a community in need, the homeless community.
You know, loss of job, loss of a loved one, anything could cause homelessness. It happens to everybody.
Government officials say the two biggest causes of increasing homelessness in Salt Lake County are population growth and rising rents. According to the most recent census, in 2010, the population in Salt Lake County grew by 10.3%.
Homelessness comes from a failure to keep your economical thing going in your home, to keep, a revenue coming in your home where you can take care of your bills. And, if someone loses their job in the family, the breadwinner, it seems as my experience that the whole household goes down.
Many believe that the homeless are lazy and aren't interested in contributing back to the community.
We're real people, There's nothing wrong with us, don't be scared of us and, all this, yeah.
Take a conscious effort to join these alcohol and drug programs and really get what they can get out of them to help the people that's trying to help.
There are currently 3 shelters serving the homeless community in Salt Lake County, including Rescue Missions of Salt Lake. If you'd like to help and volunteer, please call 801-355-1302. Back to you.
Thanks, Berto. A debate between 4th District congressional candidates Mia Love and Ben McAdams will take place tonight.
You just can't trust Ben McAdams.
Mia's changed. She's gone Washington.
Korean U.S. Rep. Mia Love will face off with Democrat Ben McAdams at Salt Lake Community College this evening at 6 p.m. McAdams and Love have spent the past several weeks fighting for the spot as 4th District Representative with harsh campaign ads and interviews. McAdams has served as mayor of Salt Lake County since 2012, and Love became the first black Republican woman in Congress in 2014.
I-15 will close overnight in Lehigh for parts of this week, and it may affect your drive time. Southbound I-15 will shut down between 2100 North and Lehigh Main Street from 11 p.m. on Wednesday, October 17th to Thursday, October 18th at 4 a.m. Northbound I-15 will close in the same location from 11 p.m. on Thursday, October 18th to Friday, October 19th at 4 a.m. During these closures, crews will be placing beams for the new 600 East Bridge. A new study shows that wildlife-related activities are creating more jobs in Utah and around the country, adding more than $3 billion to the U.S. economy. Reporter Sydney Storr explains just how much outdoor enthusiasts are spending and why.
Hunting, fishing, and wildlife watching are just some of the recreational hobbies contributing to this significant boost. In the past few years, about 270,000 visits occurred on Utah's government-owned land.
People come from out of state to actually hunt up here. And so they have to buy out-of-state tags, and all that revenue goes back to the DNR, Department of Natural Resources.
Some frequent hunters like Brett McAvoy understand the price enthusiasts have to pay to enjoy a good hunting season.
Maybe around $1,000 or $1,500 a year.
Besides hunting tags, which bring money into the state government, outdoor stores also bring cash into the commercial sector.
And then when they come here, a lot of times you've always forgot something. You think you had everything, but like any trip you go on, whether it's vacation or a hunting trip or a fishing trip, you forget something, and you've got to come here to pick it up.
We bought some binoculars, and we bought outdoor clothing, accessories for guns.
In all those seasons, we've seen an uptick going into the season and right after it starts.
Study shows that the numbers will continue to rise, adding extra protection to Utah's wildlife lands. Reporting for Newsline, I'm Sydney Storr.
The Utah-produced movie Jane and Emma opened this weekend.
We come to see the prophet Joseph.
The movie tells the story of Jane Manning James, a freed black slave who lived at the home of Joseph Smith, the founder of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and his wife Emma. The 87-minute-long film entered theaters on October 12th and has received a 100% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
A plane crashes into a house in Arizona. Find out what happened to the people inside and the home and the people on the plane.
People don't understand that running a small snowblower for an hour in Utah is the same as driving a brand new car for 339 miles.
We'll tell you how you can help the environment and get a new snowblower.
Summer is gone, but it's never too late to go on a cruise. We'll tell you about a spectacular cruise that is perfect for the season.
It's cold in here. These temperatures in the atmosphere are cooling down. We'll tell you the more freezing temperatures in the forecast this week coming up.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it. Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
is free and recovering in the hospital today after being held hostage by a man for 2 hours in Germany's Cologne train station. German police stormed a pharmacy in the train station where the suspect and hostage were located and injured the hostage taker to free the woman. The station, one of Germany's largest, is now back up and running after being completely closed due to the hostage situation. The suspect sustained life-threatening injuries.
Talks between North and South Korean leaders include a plan to connect railways and roads between the two countries. While the plan is an ambitious project, there are other big projects in the works. Reports from the Associated Press say that the rivals agreed to reducing border tensions by creating a joint military committee. The leaders also want to work on reuniting families separated by the Korean War.
2 people are dead after crashing a plane into an Arizona home Saturday evening. The plane barely missed the homeowner sitting inside. He suffered no injuries, but authorities say that the pilot and passenger of the plane died in the crash. The Federal Aviation Administration says that they do not know what caused the crash.
The previously dominant retail chain Sears is filing for bankruptcy. The company has had financial issues recently and major debts, including one they were unable to pay a $134 million debt payment, which was due Monday. Dozens of major retailers like Sears have been struggling in the years since Amazon has dominated the market.
The British royal family is growing. Kensington Palace confirmed Monday morning that Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is pregnant with her first child. The baby is expected next spring. Queen Elizabeth and other members of the royal family congratulated Meghan and Harry Friday at Princess Eugenie's wedding. The royal baby will be 7th in line to the throne.
A family from Germany is living the American dream right here in Utah. The family owns 2 restaurants in Utah County. Newsline reporter Amy Hamilton went to the restaurants to find out what prompted the family to come to Utah.
Oh, babe, you're so mean. They say it's the all-American dream. The Rimmels fell in love with traditional German food while growing up in the city Leverkusen. After dissatisfaction with their jobs in Germany, the 3 brothers and 2 of their wives pursued their dreams and opened their own restaurant.
We wanted a new adventure, and it's always been a dream of theirs to start their own business. Me and Yana, the other wife, we are very supportive.
As Latter-day Saints of the Church of Jesus Christ, the family believed they could capitalize on Utah's market and cater to a large audience.
So we decided to come here and basically bring it over for all of those people that have served missions in Europe, because it's a really big thing in all of Europe, not just in Germany.
Along with a unique story, customers love the menu items.
They just have really good flavor and really good, and the people are real nice serving you.
The family hand makes their authentic German cuisine each day. Rimmels is best known for their Döners and their Döner boxes. While traditionally a Turkish food, this is a popular German street item comprised of veggies, cabbage, chicken, or lamb, and they import their bread all the way from Germany. Their Orem location opened in September 2017, and their Provo restaurant opened in May 2018. They are now working to seal a spot in Salt Lake City. Reporting for Newsline in Provo, I'm Amy Hamilton.
You can visit their newest location on 27 West, 100 North in Provo for a taste of true German culture.
The cold weather is upon us, which means it's about time to bring out our snowblowers. Newsline reporter Taylor Hansen tells us how we can be more eco-friendly this winter.
With the snowy weather quickly approaching, Rocky Mountain Power and Utah Clean Air are teaming up to help reduce air pollution by hosting a snowblower exchange.
During the winter, when we have inversions, we are constantly finding ways to reduce the inversion, or at least slow down our inversion process. And we were looking at really what builds up the inversion and what has a great impact. We were surprised to see that almost 2.3% of all the emissions during inversion come from snowblowers. And we thought we could make a difference on this.
People don't understand that running a small snowblower for an hour in Utah is the same as driving a brand new car for 339 miles.
With this in mind, the companies have been accepting applications from residents in Utah who own a gas-powered snowblower and want to exchange it for a cleaner, quieter, and more eco-friendly electric one.
People can buy usually a $300 retail priced electric snowblower for $69 if you want to trade in a snowblower, a gas-powered snowblower, or $169 if you don't have one.
The Utah Clean Air Partnership and Rocky Mountain Power hope to encourage people to take an active part in helping to reduce pollution this winter.
So what we ask people to do is to identify 2 or 3 things that they can do during the winter time that can reduce emissions.
Like I say, these small engines are big polluters. We don't realize it sometimes, but we need to start thinking not just about our cars and things like that, but our small engines, our homes, our businesses, they all pollute.
Rocky Mountain Power and Utah Clean Air will continue to host exchanges like this one so that people can change their current appliances and tools for cleaner alternatives. Back to you.
Thanks, Taylor.
If the ski resorts were open, today would be a great day to go skiing. Check out this time lapse from out the ski resort. It was a little cloudy yesterday when the time lapse started, but today it's clear skies. Temperatures aren't too bad either up on the mountain with 37 degrees. The next anticipated snowfall is for October 28th, and it predicts a few centimeters. Most ski resorts will open mid-November. I'm so glad we live in a world of Octobers with these cool temperatures coming in. These are our minimum temperatures nationwide. We can see these purple temperatures right here are in the 30s, which is quite freezing. So we're preparing for this winter ahead of us in the next coming months. But looking at this map, we can see down in the south is still having these warmer temperatures, but this cold front is coming across the United States. Our temperature today right now is 39 degrees, which still is able to have some frost out on the grass. And we can see that the temperature will climb up a few degrees with 51 today. Also in the state of Utah, we are looking at similar temperatures up in Salt Lake and Logan. Down over here in Moab and Blanding, it's actually quite cooler than we would anticipate with 54 degrees. St. George is still staying in those temperate, warmer temperatures with 65 degrees. For our lows, we see that there are really, really cool temperatures. So the early mornings on your way to work and school, make sure you are prepared and you're pulling out your winter closet. Our 5-day forecast for St. George, we're looking at low 40s actually, or low 50s, high 40s for our lows, and the temperatures climbing up to about 74 on Friday actually, which will be nice to enjoy a little bit more warm weather. Up in the northern Utah, we see that temperatures will climb up to 62 degrees on Friday, whereas this first of the week will start with 51 degrees, and our lows are in the mid-30s. Nice forecast we have this week. Enjoy the fall weather.
It's an unusual Halloween activity that attracts more than 7,000 people each year. Newsline reporter Haley Davis shows us why this cruise has been successful for 18 years.
On a small road located near the Provo airport, you'd be surprised to find a cruise. But that's exactly what you will find.
So we bought this land 25 years ago. Halloween cruise we started 18 years ago. We wanted an activity that would be great for families.
Owner Benjamin Allen said at first he and his wife made a Halloween spook alley. But the spooky spirit never sat well with his wife. She suggested a train ride through the forest on their 3-acre property instead. But one night Benjamin woke up and thought, why not use the river? At first they powered the old pontoon boat to float the river by using bicycle pedals. But once again, he thought there has to be a better way. The boat is now powered by the captain's strength as they gradually pull the boat up and down the river using a rope.
We have over 100 jack-o'-lanterns lit up along the river. The captain tells a scary story. A pirate attacks the ship and hands out candy.
The pirate's favorite letter!
So it's fun for everyone.
Everyone loves a little something different about the cruise.
And a pirate swing isn't the only surprise that awaits passengers.
Not only is it a great experience for families,
The Headless Horseman.
it's run by a family. This cruise runs every day through the month of October and opens up again in December for a cruise with Santa. Reporting for Newsline in Provo, I'm Haley Davis.
If you want to be a part of this Halloween cruise, visit classropes.com. Tickets are $8 and can be bought on site. We'll be right back.
listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
It was back to our old way Saturday night in Provo as BYU took on 6-1 Hawaii.
Snap Wilson, quarterback draw on 3rd and 15. 20, 15, 10. Oh, he's going to go. 5, touchdown.
BYU started 6 freshmen on offense Saturday night, including Zach Wilson. Wilson is the youngest quarterback to ever start for the Cougs in school's history and did not disappoint. In his debut, Wilson threw for 3 touchdowns on 16 of 24 passing, as well as a 23-yard rush of his own. Hawaii was averaging 468 yards per game coming into last Saturday's game. However, BYU's defense held them to only 311 yards. The Cougars will go on to face 4-3 Northern Illinois Huskies next Saturday, where the Cougs will open as favorites. BYU's rugby team started their season off in dominating fashion last weekend with a 113 win over Wyoming. Paul Swenson went behind the scenes this week to see how the Cougars are prepping for another national championship run.
After a disappointing end to the season in last year's playoffs, the Cougar rugby team is looking to bounce back this season.
I mean, our goal is to win a national championship. I mean, ideally, we would like to win. That's the goal.
This year's team features many new players and coaches, guys who weren't a part of the squad.
I feel like there's just like less complacency. Everyone's a little bit more, just hungry to win because no one's really done it. So I would say that. And I feel like there's just like generally like just a better attitude, just more positive. So I feel like that'll make a big difference.
To carry them through a long season. The team conducts practice and conditioning sessions almost every day here in the indoor practice facility on BYU's campus. The team conducts practice and conditioning sessions almost every day here in the indoor practice facility on BYU's campus. The team hopes these practices will help them come game day.
Especially in the preseason, we're rotating a lot of the guys in to make sure we all get a nice shot at showing where we stand on the roster and a good chance to compete for a starting spot.
Everyone's a little bit more, just hungry to win because no one's really done it. I really like playing. I mean, it's really worth it for me. Like, I don't know what I would do without it. There's just like generally like just a better attitude, just more positive.
I think the best part of being on the team is, it's the guys. It might sound cliche, it might sound classic, but once you really get involved, you feel like you have brothers on the team, you can depend on people. You get tight because everyone's smelling, you're all nasty, you're all gross together, but you are really kind of united in the same goal.
Come game day.
Especially in the preseason, we're rotating.
The Cougars' next match will be their first home game of the season on Thursday, October 25th on Helaman Field. This is U.S. Women's National Soccer. The U.S. Women's National Soccer team has been dominant in their play in CONCACAF qualifying rounds. The #1 ranked team in the world took on Jamaica Sunday and easily defeated them, winning 6-0, earning them a spot in the Women's World Cup next year in France. This is great news for the national team considering the men's failure to reach the World Cup for this past summer's World Cup in Russia. The U.S. will take on Canada next in the tournament, and we will be right back.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
That's Newsline News. Have a great day.